What are you doing?
What? You said you were honest with each other.
You dated?
Just for like a month.
2 months.
Okay.
See, she's fine with that. He told me not to mention it, so.
You told her not to mention it?
Why are you doing this?
Why not mention you dated?
Because you're sensitive and I didn't want to rock the boat.
So you thought lying to me was better?
Can we not?
And you wonder why I don't want to stop seeing the counselor?
Kate, why did you come here?
Why are you getting so angry?
You obviously turned into some kind of troublemaker,
Is
or
that what I am?
I don't return your calls, so you're punishing me for not giving you what you want.
Okay, Michael.
We should probably call it a night, because you're really starting to piss me off.
You're kicking me out, Mikey? You're kicking me out.
Nobody's kicking anyone out. Margaret, Michael, relax. Our daughter's asleep.
I didn't even want to come here. You invited me.
No, you kind of invited yourself.
Will you stop talking?
I only came here because I needed a job.
Look, I'm sorry that you can't find one, but that is not my fault.
Allie's asleep.
I'm sorry you made some bad choices in your life, but that is not my fault.
Oh, I had choices.
Yeah, and if thinking you didn't makes your life a little more bearable, that's fine. But it isn't true.
What choices did I have?
All the way back, the things you did, the people you hung out with, you never applied yourself. Not at school or anywhere
I didn't
else.
have someone checking my homework like you did, Mikey. My mother was too busy killing herself at the box factory.
Oh, poor you.
I did drop out of school. Was that a choice, though?
Of course it was. Girls have babies and stay in school all the time.
Are you serious?
What they do.
Well, I chose to take care of the baby instead. I got a job. I got a bunch of jobs, in fact. Never one of them sucked. Because what other job could I get? Not much of a choice there either, I'm afraid.
And you lost most of those jobs. Why?
Usually because I was late.
Well, there's a choice.
Would you stop it?
What she chose to be late.
I didn't choose to be late. Shit happened that made me late.
You don't have to explain yourself, Ted.
One time I got my car taken because I missed a payment. Why did I miss a payment? Because I had to pay for a dentist instead.
We don't need the sob story.
Well, I think you should hear it. Why did I have to pay the dentist? Because I didn't have insurance. And I cracked a tooth. Why did I crack a tooth?
I don't care.
Because one time I thought I'd save a little money and skip dinner. But I got hungry and decided to snack on a piece of candy brittle. A piece of fucking candy brittle, and I was out of a job again. And you want to tell me about choices? You're wrong if you think everyone has them. In fact, the only real choice I ever made was dumping you. And I've thought about it a million times since. What would have happened if I hadn't dumped Mikey Dillon? Maybe I wouldn't have ended up with Gobi. Or maybe I wouldn't have finished school. Or maybe this could have been my house. All of this. Maybe it could have been mine.
Jesus, Maggie, what does that even mean? We dated for 2 months.
Be nice.
2 months, and you heard her. She broke up with me. You with Gobi like 3 days later.
Why do you think that was?
Because I didn't mean anything to you.
Wrong.
Honestly, you made this thing up in your head.
My daughter wasn't premature.
What does that mean?
What are you doing, Maggie?
What does that mean your daughter wasn't premature?
Don't say you didn't have help getting out of Southie. You had help. And not just by your dad. If I hadn't let you go, you'd still
If
be
you
here.
hadn't
I
let me
let
go,
you go.
look, I knew you were having troubles, but I didn't realize you were pathological.
My baby didn't have all those problems because she came early. She just had those problems. I just said she
You
wasn't
know
old
this
term,
is
so go
bullshit,
with
Kate.
it. She
No,
was
I
raised.
don't.
I'm sorry. I wasn't going to say
How'd you
anything,
come up
but-
with this, huh? Were you watching General Hospital one day and think, oh, here's an
You
angle?
want to do a blood test?
What the fuck,
No,
Michael?
I don't want to do a blood test because that is not my child.
Why would I lie?
To squeeze me for money, to pay your rent, to get everything that you can't get Gobi to do. There's 100 reasons for you to lie.
I could have tracked you. That's what girls did, you know. They get pregnant to trap guys. But I didn't want to be the one to ruin your life because I was nuts.
Well, you know what? It wouldn't have mattered. Even if any of this were true, which it isn't. We wouldn't have stayed together. Baby or no baby, I would have taken off anyway.
No, you wouldn't have. That's not who you were.
Are you kidding me? I knew Southie was a black hole before I was 13. I wouldn't have stayed there for you. No way, not for some fucking baby.
Jesus, I don't believe
And I don't believe you.
Stop it, Michael! Let go!
Get off me!
Michael,
Fuck
you
you!
need to let go.
Fuck you! Fuck
There's a
you!
little Southie in there.
Too far, Maggie. Look, I know this is a lot, but this is too far for
I'm
you.
sorry. I shouldn't have come here.
Why didn't you come find him earlier? If the baby stuff is true,
It is true.
then why didn't you come find him?
I told you. Because I didn't want.
Because it was the nice thing to do to let him go.
Yeah.
But that doesn't sound nice to me. Not for your daughter, at least.
My daughter?
You talk about how hard it's been and how you've struggled with her all these years.
I
to inconvenience Mike. I'd do anything for my daughter if there was something.
So would I!
Then your story doesn't make any sense. You could have looked him up at any point and said, hey, I know this sucks, but I could really use your help with our kid. That's what I would have done.
Well, I'm not you.
That's right, you're not. I could never put my pride ahead of my daughter.
Hey, take it easy.
My daughter's more
You
important.
think mine's not?
Not if your story's true. Because if it is, you're saying you let her suffer needlessly.
That is not what I'm saying.
Isn't it? I could understand if you said, well, I was scared or stubborn or I didn't know how to get out of the situation or I couldn't be bothered.
Which is all true.
But that's not what you said. You said you did it because you're a nice person. Which I'm sorry is a stretch. And I'm sorry this isn't your life, Margaret. But that isn't my fault. We didn't do anything to you. This is our life. And I'm not going to let you come in here and deliberately try to sabotage us.
That is not
That
what
is
I'm
just spite.
doing.
Well, it's what you did. And I don't know if any of the other stuff is true or not. But I can tell you one thing. You are not nice. You are not.